Welcome friends. Today we are going to discuss about the Avery, McLeod and McCarthy experiment. We will see that how the DNA is the genetic material firstly initially proved by Griffith and then it is proved by three biochemists, that is Avery, McLeod, McCarthy. According to the Griffith experiment, DNA is transformed, that is type S3. In a Griffith experiment, type S3 bacteria was causing the disease, causing the death of mice, and from this virulent S-type bacteria, DNA was transformed from this one to the type R2, and type R2 was converted into type S bacteria. So he proposed, that is Griffith proposed, that DNA is the only material that is transferred from type S3 to type R2 and making the type R2 to as a virulent bacteria, that is type R2 becomes transformed into type R2 to type S. Now several biochemists in that time argued that no, DNA is not transferred, rather probably the protein or RNA is transferred from type S to type R, so that type R2 becomes converted into type S. So to resolve this problem, Avery, McLeod and McCarthy performed another experiment in which they used several test tubes and three protease enzymes, that is three type of enzymes, that is DNAs, RNAs and protease. So what happened? What they did, in a single test tube they used the type R2 that are not responsible for any bacteria disease, or type R2 bacteria, and type R2 bacteria first they taken, and type R2 bacteria were mixed with antibodies, clumped antibodies, that is the antibodies that cause the clumping of the type R2 bacteria. So that particular antibodies, when they mix to these antibodies, they are actually mixed type R2 cells. When they mix to the antibodies, that antibody called aggregation, and only they transfer the supernatant to the Petri plate, that is growth medium, and wait for overnight whether the colonies are developed or not. So what happened here in the experiment, interesting experiment, is there the antibodies they used, they only recognize the type R2 cells, type R2 bacteria. So they easily clumped all the type R2 cells, and supernatant not contain any type of any type R2 cells, so that no colonies growth, colonies grown, no colonies grown. Actually what happened, so only it is proved that only the type R2 bacteria is present here, no any other type of cells are present. So and all the antibodies are able to clump R2 type cells, bacterial cells. So no R2 type of bacterial cells are grown in a Petri plate. Now they used these antibodies in all cases. In a first experiment, in a first tube, they only just use the type R2 cells and mixed with the antibody. So and all the antibodies clump to them, and a supernatant is transferred to the Petri plate. So no bacteria is present in a supernatant because all are clumped and precipitated due to the antibody. Now in the next experiment, what happened, they used DNA, they use type R2 cells and DNA extract from S3 type 3 sensitive bacteria, that DNA extract, and they mix together, and after a few hours transformation occurred. That is, we know that this DNA, free DNA from environment, is taken up by the type R2. So the type R2 cells, some type R2 cells will be converted into type S type. So this type S type bacteria will be developed here. So after the mixing, this type R2 containing cells, some of these type R2 containing cells will be converted into type S, so that antibody are not able to recognize the type converted or transformed type S cells, type R2 cells. So type R2 cells are converted into type S cells. So that type R3, type S3 cells will not be recognized by the antibody. So few cells will not be aggregated, clumped, and all the type R2 cells will be clumped, but that will be transformed according to the Griffith experiment, that is the DNA is transferred. If the DNA is transferred from here to here, from type S, when they mix together, some R2 cells will be transferred or transformed, then few cells will be grown. So theoretically, and here you will see that few cells, the colony are formed. That colony are actually the transformed type R2 cells. Transformed type R2 cells. This is a very classical experiment that they mix together and they grown. So that when type S cells are mixed together with type R2, few R2 cells are transformed to a different type of bacteria that are type S type, and when they are mixed with the antibody, that is the clump forming antibody, that is that clumps the type R2 cells. They are the clumped. Few cells are transformed due to the mixing. So up to this stage, it is nothing proved that DNA is transferred, because the DNA extract is taken, but some amount of RNA may mixed, some amount of protein may mix together, that will be transferred from here to here. So that may be transferred, that may change the type R2 cells to type S cells. So in the next experiment, type R2 cells, they taken the type R2 pure cells and use the DNA extract and the enzyme DNase. That DNase enzyme will kill or will lyse all the DNA from the type S. So no DNA will be able to no DNA will be there, and all DNA will be degraded, and this will mix together. When they mix together with this one, when this test tube, that is the type R2 cells, and after mixing they add the antibody, no cells was transferred, no cells was transformed from the type R2 cells to another type of cells, so that all the type R2 cells are clumped by the antibody, and after mixing the antibody they plated the supernatant, so no other type of cells were there. This is a strong proof that when DNase was used with this extract, with this DNA extract, no protein and protease or protein or RNA was there, and when this DNA extract, all the DNA will be degraded, and no DNA is present here and not able to transform any type of R2 cells. But in this case, when they use the RNAs only in a DNA extract, as we know that a DNA extract may contain some amount of RNA and protein. So in this case, type R2 cells are not transformed by the RNA and protein, because DNA is not there, so it is present as usual like first plate. So RNA and proteins are not able to transform them, but this is not only the experiment. In the next experiment they use the RNase enzyme and use the DNA extract, and this RNase enzyme has the ability to kill the RNA, all type of RNA. But so this mixture now contain the DNA and protein. So now when they mix together and mix with the antibody, then all the R2, what happened here, in a plate some amount of transformed cells may be present. This is because the argument is that when type 2 DNA extract is mixed with RNAs, only the RNAs are destroyed. No DNA was destroyed. So DNA is easily transform this bacteria. There is R2 bacteria to type S bacteria. So when they mix together with the antibody, though no antibody, some only few amount of type converted or transformed S cells are present. Few amount of R2 cells are present. That type R2 cells are clumped, and some amount of cells are transformed, due to this DNA, because this is a RNase enzyme was used, some amount of DNA is present, DNA is as usual not affected. So this DNA has transferred this type R2 bacteria to type S. So why you will see that the colony in a supernatant, because antibody has the ability to clump only the type R2 type cell, not the type S. So when RNase was mixed together, then only the DNA is transferred. DNA is able to transform this type R2 cells. Now in our next experiment they use the protease enzyme. You will see that protease, when they use the protease enzyme, here some amount of so DNA extract also contains some amount of protein. So when they use the protease enzyme, DNA extract contains some amount of DNA, and that DNA is transferred, this transform this type R2 to type S bacteria. So DNA is transformed this type R2 to type S bacteria, and this when they mix together again with the antibody, this antibody clump 50% or a few percentage of type R2 into in a coagulated formation and coagulated, and some amount of transformed R3 cells remain as usual, so that they are these transformed cells are present here. They are transformed. So nut cell, what happened? First, when they use type R2, no colony grown, because type R2 are clumped by the antibody. When they mix together with DNA extract with type R2, colony grown, because few amount of type R2 cells are transformed due to this DNA. But now question is that whether this DNA extract is pure or it mixed together with the RNA or protein. So to test this, they use the type R2 and mixed with the DNA extract along with the DNase protein, so that all the DNA will be degraded, only protein and RNA, suspected protein and RNA will be there. So RNA and protein is not able to transform these type R2 cells. So no colony grown, because all type R2 cells are clamped by the or trapped by the antibodies. Only the cells or colony will be grown when there is another type of cells are there, that is transformed R3 cells are there. Transformed R2 cells will be there. If transformed R2 cells, so here in this experiment no transformed R2 cells is present. So when in extract DNA is not present, no transformation occurred. In this case RNase enzyme is there, that is this mixture don't contain any kind of RNA, but protein or DNA is present. So protein or DNA when mixed together, that cell is transformed, type 2 cells is transformed and grown. When the protease enzyme there is a RNA and DNA is there, in this case protease enzyme is given and RNA and protein is there. So this extract is also able to transform those, because this contains the DNA. So whenever the DNA is present, type S bacteria, this DNA is able to transform this type R2 bacteria. But RNA and protein, when they are only RNA and protein is present, when they are not able to transform the type R2 cells. So this experiment easily proved that DNA is only transferred when only DNA is present. When DNA is present, then only transformation occurred. When DNA is present, in these two cases, this one and this one, in those cases only the DNA is present in type S3. So this DNA is able to transform this type R2 cells in this case, because in this case RNase enzyme and protease enzyme is given. But when DNase enzyme is given, we know that the DNase can degrade the DNA. So no DNA, when no DNA is present, no transformation occurred. This is a very classical experiment example. So you can use this picture in your experimental in your examination, so that you can easily prove it. Thank you. Keep watching.